Hey vinyl community, it's Mazzy with
Hello, vinyl community.
the Archivist. This is the second part of a video we did a couple weeks ago on 45s from my 45 collection. The last one was 45 in 45. This is 45 and 33 1/3.
Because why not?
Because why not? Because we want to shake things up. We like to shake things up.
Crazy.
And as I showed before, if you haven't watched, you don't have to watch them in order, but go watch that one after this one then. I have my 45s in these drawers. Now I have 4 drawers of my miscellaneous 45s, and we're each going to kind of pull some at random and just, show them off. This is not a whack-a-mole. And I have 4 more drawers on top of the first 4. That's all Beatles, but we're not doing that. We're just going to finish my main 45s that I've collected all my life, and
Yeah.
we're just going to alternate.
Cheers.
So cheers, VC. It's Hump Day.
Woo.
Why don't you begin?
One of the first things I noticed in this one is Aha, Take On Me, which is a song that I really love. In particular, I really loved not only the video, which was really great, but also the cover that Joan of Arc did, I believe. Chicago, Chicago fan.
Before she
Really,
burned?
really good. It's such an interesting take on this song. They totally, in some ways, made it their own. It was so good. Go check them out if you don't know Joan of Arc. Kind of 90s math rock, really cool.
Math rock. In the 90s, I did like, I think it was the 90s, I like Mila Jovovich playing Joan of Arc in the film. Why not?
Why not?
Okay, this is a reissue, but an older reissue. Stiff Records did a great reissue in the 80s, I believe. 1980. Stiff Records of Desmond Dekker, The Israelites. One of the great
So good.
one of the great singles of the late 60s, one of the first reggae things I think that I knew was a different sound back when it came out. But this is a Stiff Records version. Today's sound, today. But they were kind of confused because this was yesterday's sound today, but this was yesterday. This is 40 fucking years old, that record.
I can't believe that. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, that version of the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool. I stumbled into The Animals. And this one is I'm Crying, Take It Easy. I am a big Animals fan. I know Maslov is as well. There's also, let's see, Good Times with Eric Burden and San Francisco Nights, also an excellent song. I don't believe that is the right cover sleeve, but
Yeah, that's wrong. But Brunswick is not MGM.
yeah. This is Sky Pilot and
Sky Pilot Part 2.
Sky Pilot Part 2.
The bagpipes fade out, the bagpipes fade in. I love that song.
It's a good
You like
one.
that song?
Yeah.
Right.
And one more, we have Fire on the Sun.
Is that the Animals?
The
Oh, that's-
original.
That's their reunion. They did a reunion album. That's what that is.
Yeah.
I think that's when Alan Price came back and played the... I forgot about that.
Sorry. It's hard to do that in reverse. Anyway.
Not everyone can do the Maslowian flip. Okay. Okay?
Thanks. I'm good.
Bob Dylan.
Oh, Bobbie D.
Okay, one of my favorite Bob Dylan singles is George Jackson. Oh Lord, they cut George Jackson down. Oh Lord, they shot him in the ground. That was a historic shootout in Marin County at the Hall of Justice in Marin County. The wonderful building designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. What's great about this has the big band version on one side and the acoustic version on the other side. These were non-album tracks, and I think the acoustic version finally just came out on a great African-American comp. What is it called? Shout Out, or I forgot the name of the comp. I have a CD of it, not the vinyl. This is a Dylan bootleg called Bob Dylan Basic G Minor. I don't even remember exactly what this is, but for you Dylan freaks, bootleg Dylan 45, kind of like Great White Wonderish, but this is way later. This is Talkin' John Birch, Paranoid Blues. And Mama, You've Been on My Mind, It Ain't Me, Babe. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
The kind of photocopied flyer.
Well, remember like...
so good.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, I mean,
We need a copy in the archive from that.
Yeah, archive. And then I have Bob Dylan singles, Stuck Inside Mobile. This is from the Hard Rain tour in 1976, right? 76, Hard Rain. Again, another one of my favorite Dylan picture sleeves. And I got two of them.
Ooh.
Look at these. Hurricane Carter. That's the Maslowian flip, by the way. That's gonna waste the. God, I could pull a muscle doing that. Dylan, Band in the Hand. Band in the Hand. This is with the Heartbreakers backing them up, produced by Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan. This is where he got funky background singers. Tight Connection to My Heart. Bob Dylan backed with We Better Talk This Over. This is from Street Legal. I like tight. That album came out, it wasn't 78, I believe. Oh, look what I got, another one of these. Are any Dylan people want to do a contest? Oh my God, this one is a demo. This is a white label promo of Hurricane Part 1 only. White label promo. But I do, if anyone wants to give me $500 for the other picture sleeve, you can send, I'll give you my PayPal account, so we can do that a little later. Why are you laughing? You don't
Totally
think it's worth it?
I do.
I'm totally serious.
I just found Tony Basil's Mickey with Thief on the Loose. I think I have this in my collection as well, which is so good. It's on the chrysalis. It's good to see records that you have when you haven't seen your records in a while.
Okay, a little Tony Basil trivia. She was a choreographer, worked on a lot of dance videos, I think with Paula Abdul and people like that, who was also a choreographer. But she was also in, I think the stoner scene of Easy Rider when they're in New Orleans tripping out.
Really?
Yep.
I dig that.
I think it's her, unless I get the wrong one. Okay.
You got the wrong girl.
You got the wrong girl.
Kidding.
Okay. God, I got a ton of
me to
these.
You're good.
Yeah. I'll go fast through these. ELO, I'm a big ELO fan, so I bought all their picture discs. ELO, Strange Magic with New World Rising, Night Rider, and Do Ya. Do Ya is a great fucking song.
So good.
Oh, someone just said they got through one of my videos without Maslov throwing out profanities, so I apologize that I've already thrown out probably two. Do Ya, which the Move
So
which
good.
did also, which
Such
is
a great
great.
song.
Living Thing and Mama Bell is the United Artists period of that. My favorite album of theirs is El Dorado, and I love Get Out of My Head. Can't Get It Out of My Head. And there's a Telephone Line. And Telephone Line, more. I got a bunch of telephone lines. $250, this is yours. Picture sleeve.
And the song Do Ya, they did somebody did a really good cover of it when Californication was on TV. Do you remember? It was
Oh, yeah.
so
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I can't
Wow.
remember who it was.
One more,
Yeah.
up by ELO. Mr. Blue Sky, white label promo, mono, and stereo. I have other, but I'm gonna skip the rest. Okay,
There's quite a few there.
yeah.
Yeah. Just found the Beach Boys, Dance, Dance, Dance. Once in the Sun, Capitol Records, so good. Love the picture sleeve. On the other side, there's a little group shot there. Gotta love that. Let's see. Nice little Capitol swirl on there. And the other is...
Nice picture sleeve.
Yeah, right?
I see a white label promo coming.
Ah,
White label promo.
my
Ring the bell. We need a gong. See, if I could do one of those little gong things, but I don't know how to do editing.
There we have the white label promo of California Saga. It's on the same, but
That's because it's a white label promo. One is stereo, is the other one mono?
yes. Ah, nice.
That's what they did in singles. See, these kids, the kids these days.
Shut up.
Shut up. I think is that from Surf's Up? Surf's Up or the other one? I'm blanking out of that Reprise record they did. Okay, vinyl verse. Bill, get ready. This one's for you, and it's kind of like, you know how what those cartoons or those movies when you have like the angel like telling you what to do, like a little angel flying around, and the devil on the other side telling you the good and bad. Well, I have Peter Gabriel and I have Phil Collins on one side. So
Who's who?
I'm melting. This is No Self-Control UK single by Peter Gabriel, my favorite member of Genesis on the Charisma label. I bought this when it came out. So there you go. There's the total. That's the most I have of any related Genesis 45. Okay.
This kind of Mainstream Records.
Oh.
Down on Me, Big Brother and the Holding Company with Call on Me. It's very cool. What year is this? I can't see.
1967.
Nice.
66, 67, might be late 66. Janis Joplin. Mainstream was their first label. Their first album was on Mainstream before Columbia signed them for Cheap Thrills.
I need to watch this one. Good.
Now, this is a cool 45. Look at this kind of Xerox cover. Allen Ginsberg with the glue-ons, Bird Brain. And this isn't the one McCartney did a thing with, but Bird Brain is such a great punky rock and roll song. God, and Sue Your Parents. This is the 80s, I believe. I forgot when this is. Yeah, 1981. I really love this. It's very punk cover, that period of time. But I'm a big, if you don't know Allen Ginsberg, one of the, great beat
amazing.
poets. His poet, you should read his poem Howl, which is like a mini book. City Lights publisher, Lawrence Ferlinghetti published it back in the early 60s. It was banned. The whole thing about banning books is obscene. Howl, H-O-W-L, Allen Ginsberg.
Yeah. Tons of great Allen Ginsberg stuff in there. Like letters and things to be read out there. He's a great letter writer. So I have an artist that has quite a few. So I'll try and go quickly through them because they're all really cool and I don't want to leave any out. And this is like one of the artists that you have a ton of. So here we have David Bowie. So you know they're gonna be great. Got Knock on Wood and Young Americans. I don't know if you can see that one. RCA. This is 1974. That's right. Excellent. We got Loving the Alien remix version. Don't Look Down. Put your sleeve there. Very cool. Another RCA Victor from Young Americans. We got Right and Fame. Excellent. Putting Out Fire. Cat People.
That's a great song. Georgia Moroder, the disco kind of electronic producer, worked on that.
Blue Jean. Dancing with the Boys.
Blue Jean's a great video. I love that video.
And this one is blue. Pretty blue vinyl. It's a single from Absolute Beginners. There's the song Absolute Beginners and then the dub mix on the other side in the movie. A French Heroes, which is pretty cool. This one. This is a German?
Helden. Heroes sung in German.
Look how young he is there.
German 45. Everyone loves Bowie. Cutie Bowie.
Bowie was always cute. From pinups, we've got Amsterdam and Sorrow.
I love Sorrow.
That's good.
God, what a great song.
And last, but certainly never least, Ashes to Ashes. It's no game.
The Funky.
We know Major Tom's a junkie.
He is.
It's all yours.
He's in rehab still. All 40 years later. Okay. San Francisco local punk new wavy band Eye Protection. Eye Protection. Andy Preboy was the lead singer. Now, my buddy Jazz Shit Brooks and I used to go all these punk and new wave and artsy fartsy south of Market, illegal club punk and arty events. And Eye Protection was a band or scenes when there's like fashion models and art and food and just shit going on, conceptual things going on. Eye Protection was one of the
Very
bands.
highbrow.
Hey, it was cool.
You
Skinny
just said
tie.
art like 6 times, so you know it's fucking fancy.
Andy Preboy. The thing about Eye Protection, they were on the verge. I don't know about on the verge of what, but they were on the verge. And then they changed their name to The Beef. The fucking beef. The fucking beef. And then they changed it back. After it's kind of like New Coke and it's kind of like
Can't
Mazzi's.
figure out why they changed it back.
It's like Whack-A-Mole. Remember what? Those of you who have been following me, Whack-A-Mole for a minute was the rhythm section because I didn't want any kind of cease and desist. That's another story. But anyway, this is a cool single. This is called what is this called? Elroy, right? I'm shitting. Go Go Girl and Elroy Jetson. Elroy Jetson, what a great song. You know who Elroy Jetson was, right? Elroy Jetson. The Jetsons, the cartoon Jetsons. It's a generational thing. It's basically
I watched it.
a futuristic space version of the Flintstones is the Jetsons. That's basically what it is.
True.
Okay. Oh, by the way, in the background as we're listening to the Sun Ra album. I don't know if you can hear it, but this is what's playing. Sun Ra and his orchestra Sun Song. 2001 pressing.
All right. So we have Buffalo Springfield. Excellent. Atco. Bluebird on one side and Mr. Soul on the other. Very cool. Got a few from them.
Big Buffalo Springfield fan.
Yeah.
Ahead of their time, even though they had hits.
Rock and Roll Woman with A Child's Claim to Fame. That one's pretty cool. And then we have For What It's Worth with Do I Have to Come Right Out and Say It? Excellent. Very cool.
One of the great pop bands. You almost say punk, but they're not a punk band. But great LA
Love them.
are the Go-Go's. And one of the great fucking pop singles of the early 80s, Our Lips Are Sealed by the Go-Go's, IRS Records, 45, Picture Sleeve. Oh my God. Oh my God. Our Lips Are Sealed. What a great song. What a great song.
You have to remind me what the deal is. So a couple years ago, I helped sleeve and kind of organize all of these 45s, and there was a story about Tom McQuackenbush.
Tom Quackenbush.
Yeah.
Tom Quackenbush and
it's written on the top of this sleeve, and I just remembered that there's a story about it, so I figured.
Tom Quackenbush and I met at the bus stop the very first day of kindergarten, 1900. We had an argument of whose father, my father's better than your father. His father's still alive, and my father's dead, so apparently his dad won out on that one. He's still alive. Yeah, it's not how good you are, it's how alive you are. That's the thing.
Certainly a start.
He actually moved up to the Seattle area 30 years ago. He lives on Vashon Island now, and we get together every few months. She's going to continue. I'll be right. Oh, did you?
No, it was your turn.
Oh, my turn. After my turn, I get. Oh, will you flip the record?
Sure.
Flip the record. Okay, one of the great singles of all time on Capitol Records, Bobbie Gentry, The Ode to Billy Joe. Mississippi Delta is the flip side. And if you haven't seen it, last year, or actually the year before, 2018, an amazing 8 CD box set of Bobbie Gentry. So really, really cool. Okay.
Where was I? Go ahead again, because I
Wow,
lost
okay.
my place.
She'll do 2 after this. Grateful Dead fans. Okay, first, a Deadhead sampler for Deadheads. It was from, I got this when I was a member of the Grateful Dead, what do they call it? Dead Fan Club, where you got the newsletter and all that shit in the 70s. This is, on one side, there's samplers from upcoming records on the Grateful Dead label. One was Tiger Rose by Robert Hunter, the lyricist. The other is Phil Lesh and Ned Lagan, Sea Stones. And I have 2 copies of this, so if any of your Deadheads want to buy one for $300, you can just send your PayPal address to me. And the other is a great white label promo to one of the worst singles the Grateful Dead ever did. Mono and stereo white label promo, Dancing in the Street by the Grateful Dead. Come on. Grateful Dead's a dance band in terms of, like, you know, getting high and dancing. I went to like 30 Grateful Dead shows back in the 70s, late 60s and 70s. But Dancing in the Streets, is that the Martha Reason the Vandellas song? I know, some of you guys like it, I don't like it. So that one, it's only $100 if you want it.
A steal, really.
Yes,
I mean,
steal.
if you think about it.
Steal your face. That's a Grateful Dead joke.
All right. Big Cars fan, love the Cars. Who doesn't love the Cars? Anybody who doesn't love the Cars, don't be friends with them. This is a very cool picture disc. It's got My Best Friend's Girl, Moving in Stereo, both epic songs. If you were gonna have a picture disc of any car songs, it should be these. And then also have Hello Again and on Electra, again with the flipping. I'm so bad at that.
Mazzolini and flip, not many people can accomplish it.
Just not in practice. Anyway, excellent. Love the Cars. Okay.
Dutch band, great Dutch band. I have 1 or 2
You're
of their
yelling
albums.
this time instead of whispering.
Great Dutch band. Grupo Sportivo of Sire Records, produced by Van de Fruits. This is an EP, 4-song EP on Sire Records. Sire Records, Grupo Sportivo. I just like saying that. Excuse me, I would like an espresso, and I'll have the Grupo Sportivo, please. Really cool stuff, new wavy. I do have their albums. I think I misspoke them once, saying they were from another place, but they're Dutch.
I think this is really amusing, but all of these 45s and the only Johnny Cash 45 in the collection is, look at them beans.
Okay.
I probably have like 30 Johnny Cash 45s.
Okay, I have a lot of his albums, though. Here's the deal. Vernon.
It's just amusing.
Those of you who've been watching me for a while know my video of my eulogy for my
Dearly
departed friend Vernon.
Yes.
We worked in the record factory together, that's the name of the store, and that album came out where there's him holding a child with beans on the background, and look at them beans. It got to be a joke. That's when, no offense to Johnny, that's why later Rick Rubin took him and set him straight. We know that. Columbia was fucking with him, and that was like
It's just amusing that that's the
it's-
only one.
Well, I bought it because it's sort of I would call that a novelty song. Look at them beans. Go find that on the YouTube. Look at them
On
beans,
the
Johnny Cash.
YouTubes.
Okay, great fucking record, single, my original single. Richard Hell and the Voidoids. Blank Generation, Backed with Love comes in spurts.
One of my favorites.
Sire record label from the debut album. Sire
Richard
Records.
Hell.
I don't have my original LP anymore. I have a reissue. I got rid of it during the 90s purge, which is
It's a crime against humanity.
Totally.
Obviously. Also, if you haven't had the pleasure of reading any of Richard Hell's books, you should. He's a great writer, incredible writer. Go
Okay,
find his books. Read books every once in a while.
we
Why
got
not?
8 minutes left, so let's.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna look at some Cheech and Chong here, cause why not? These are amusing. Right On and Bloaters. Hilarious.
I have no idea what that is.
And
Oh,
we've got Basketball Jones.
Basketball Jones. George Harrison on
So
guitar.
good.
George Harrison plays guitar on this. That's why I bought it.
Look at that butt crack.
Now, this is something. This might even be rare.
It's something.
White label promo on Reprise Records of Jimi Hendrix. The Wind Cries Mary.
Yeah.
Mono and stereo.
Alrighty. Still going strong here.
Okay, we gotta find some good shit here.
What is this
No
song?
Don Henley, I'm sorry, I'm skipping Don. Then. There's a kind of hush, Shermans Hermits. Well, okay, go ahead, do it. You do it.
Oh. Can't go wrong with my faves. The Clash.
UK single.
Woo. This is Train in Vain, Bank Robber, Rockers Galore. Oh my god, it's good. So damn good. Your turn.
The great Shermans Hermits. Peter Noon and company. There's a kind of hush. Backed with No Milk Today. No Milk Today, written by the great Graham Gouldman, who later would join and be a member of 10cc. No Milk Today, picture sleeve
Love
with,
Shermans Hermits.
yeah, with a kind of, it's the same thing, only one with a picture sleeve. And lastly, one of the first songs I remember buying too, I get the wrong thing, Henry VIII I Am, Novelty. But the B-side, this is the first time I ever heard it. I know it was a cover, but End of the World. Don't they know it's the end of the world?
So good.
Yeah, great.
The Contractions. Everyone should know the Contractions. If you don't, you should. Go find them. Rules and Regulations. You Touched Me. So freaking cool. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were a San Francisco band, and the lead singer or the bass player, Peck, what's her first name? She had some ear damage, and she started that big organization about artists with, I don't know what it's called, airy ear. Pete Townsend kind of helped donate because Pete Townsend had ear damage for rock and roll. But Kathy Peck, that's her name, local San Franciscan that started that whole organization with earplugs for musicians and for fans, and it was a big, big deal. But
Yeah.
again,
I
Jazz.
carried mine around for years until they totally disintegrated.
Yeah, Jazz Shit Brooks and I used to go see the Contractions all the time. Great band.
So good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
woman band.
Here we got Rye Cooter. So good. All shook up. Get your lies straight. Gotta go out with a Rye Cooter. This is because, you know, how much Mazzy loves Rye Cooter. So good.
Okay, for you UK fans, the UK new wave, what do they call this genre? You know, the Housemartins. Electro Records, Housemartins UK, Caravan of Love, backed with When I First Met Jesus. You know, I first met Jesus back in 1974 when he was hanging around on that cross in my backyard.
He was a little older then, huh?
Yeah. You know what this is? Jesus biting his nails.
Waka waka.
Okay, we gotta finish up here.
We're gonna finish up real quick.
No, we got 4 minutes.
Okay.
What if we go long?
What? We have to close out and then come back, do the rest, because you'll want to see, because they're so good.
We won't close out. We'll just keep.
Anyway, I was reading today that Alice Cooper is talking about going back out on tour, which made me really happy, because I really, really love him. You know, who doesn't love Alice Cooper? Look at that face. Oh my God, so cute. You and me, it's hot tonight. He was not like, you know, quite the into all of the theatrics at this point yet, which is, I don't know, I love him either way. So great, love Alice Cooper. Come on.
The Jam, Lisa Radley.
Ow!
Backed with.
The Jam.
Oh, Lisa Radley's the B-side. It's Start, the Jam. Okay, let's pick it up.
Love the Jam.
Oh, and In the City.
Love
Yeah,
that song.
I'm Taking My Love.
That was a staple in my DJ set.
Yep. Oh.
You know, why not? We have Ellis Costello and the Attractions. So good. This is
I'm skipping.
Psycho, previously unreleased, and what is it? Sweet Dreams.
Psycho is a great song. Another version of it I forget, was used in the remake of Psycho. Great song. Oh God. Okay. Local San Francisco during the punk new wave scene. Kid. In fact, these are both during the late '70s, early '80s punk new wavy scene. Killer Watt. He worked at a record store, or a record thing I worked with. Irish guy, Ken Cameron, lead vocals, and Kid Courage. So these are local Bay Area kind of new wave singles from that period of time.
There's a ton of Elvis Costello in here, but I'm not going to show them all.
We don't need to. Oh.
To go into all that because we don't have time for that. Right?
Yeah, we don't have time here.
Sorry, I can't even get through that.
Okay, we're gonna go past 33. So what you see, we're gonna like finish this off soon, actually. The Goonies, Cyndi Lauper.
I can't get my things out. You're in the way.
Jonah Louie. Just throw it out there. Let's.
I can't see.
I'm about
Crosby,
finished.
Stills, and Nash. Very cool.
The great Beatles sound-alike band Knickerbockers for the song "Lies." That's a great song.
I only got 2 of those in here.
And I'm about finished. Oh, he just died, and I worked with him at ABC Records. He was the original member of the Flamin' Groovies, Roy Loney. Roy Loney and I worked at ABC from 78, 79 into 80, and then ABC got bought out. But RIP to Roy Loney from the Phantom Movers, and I think that's about it. We're about finishing here.
You are. I've got tons more over here to do.
Okay, well, go.
Well, we can be done. We can do some more later.
Finish that. No, we gotta finish.
We got some Dead Boys, excellent. Sonic Reducer, Down in Flames. We got Dead Kennedys. This is cool. Yes.
I should wear that
Nazi
armband.
Punks.
It comes with a
Rock.
swastika armband.
Yeah.
Los Microwaves. New wavy, punky, coast to coast. I think LA.
Dead Kennedys, California Morales, excellent classic with And with the Dogs. And another classic, Too Drunk to Fuck.
All right.
And yeah.
Is that it? Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Thanks,
we're gonna go.
VC. We love you.
Bye. You couldn't tell. I have all these left.
Okay, we have all these left. Fuck it. Jesus Christ. Okay, what's left?
I just sped through all of them at the end.
Okay, but come
We're
on,
not even
show
doing
something.
anymore.
Well, yes, show something. This is the bonus. This is like the outtake.
The
This is like the
outtake
Marvel
on the end?
outtakes. You know, reel.
You almost made me miss Donovan. You fucking love that guy.
I love Donovan. Come on, show the fucking other artist then. This is the bonus round. This is the bonus round. Ah, shit.
Oh, Devo. Almost left without showing Devo. What's up with that, dude?
Devo. Don't go breaking my heart. Kiki D and Elton John.
Secret Agent Man, De-Evolution.
John-
You're
with John
totally encroaching on my time
Okay,
here.
you're gonna
No.
close that out.
You were saying you were done, but you kept going.
That's what she
That's
said.
what she said. Very cool. What else do we have here? Ooh, we got some cool doors in here. People are strange.
That's for sure.
It's hard to
What is
see.
that?
There's something else
There's
in
something
here.
on what is that?
I don't know.
Wow, it's a secret record. Dr. Hook.
It's a bonus record. It even says so on there.
But it's not a
Bonus.
Doors record. It slipped in by mistake. Did you file that by mistake?
I did not. Somebody put it in the wrong
An
envelope.
archivist doesn't file things by mistake.
Exactly.
Does that ever
Unhappy
happen?
girl?
Does that ever happen? Like all of a sudden they can't find something because you spelled like one letter wrong?
Not me. It doesn't happen to me, but it does happen on occasion. It is known to happen. Things get lost in the archive. Go. You want to show that off?
It's your... Oh, to Susan on the West Coast waiting. And Atlantis by Donovan.
There you go. There's another one and another one.
Well, we're doing... I remember when early on in our friendship, we were in Amoeba Records in San Francisco, and Donovan came up. And I said, oh, Donovan, this is great. And she like...
I totally gave him so much shit.
Yeah, Donovan. I love Donovan. I
was like, Donovan.
Do you like him now?
Schmaltzy, blah.
Donovan, Mellow Yellow. Donovan's not schmaltzy.
It's just so pop candy kind of.
It's folk side.
Saccharine.
Okay, this is where the archivist is wrong. This is where we step
This
off.
is where I'm wrong, or I have a different opinion. It's
This
one
is
or
where
the
you're wrong.
other, and it's
One or the other, it's wrong.
well.
You gotta like Donovan. Let's vote. Of course, everyone's gonna vote for the friggin' archivist, but
It's not that I don't
Donovan,
like him. I just
yay or nay?
on one hand, I saw a clear opportunity to give you shit, and I took it, which is totally legitimate. And it's been going on for years, which means it was clearly a good thing to make a dig about because you can't let it go.
this is a typical guy thing. This is like that. If any of
And
you
he just immediately says I'm wrong.
if any of you watch HGTV, this is like Love It or Love It or Lose It. What's it called? Love It or List It. Love It or List It, where the woman renovates the house wants the family to stay, or the other guy, the freaky guy, wants to sell them a bigger house.
It's not like that at all, actually.
Well, they kind of bicker in their kind of like loving way, kind of coolly, funny shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Thomas
Actually.
Dolby. Very
Nice
cool.
haircut.
Really cool. What else is on here? Is it just the one?
What song is it?
Hyperactive.
What's the A side?
Dolby's Cube. Get out of my mix.
So it's not even our submarines are missing or blinded me with science.
Yeah.
Science!
I love science. Okay.
Is that it? Okay. That was a bonus round. Thank you, Vinyl Community.
We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Take care. Bye.